Melissa, and this is my 24-week, 6-month of my pregnancy vlog, and I'm so excited that I've come to this point. It's like really in there now. So I remember when I hear everyone else saying that they're 6 months pregnant, I think, wow, that's like really pregnant. And I guess in my head I imagine being a lot bigger than I am now. You know, if I'm just walking down the street, no one realizes that I'm pregnant at all, because if I've got a hoodie on, then you wouldn't know. So I was a little bit ignorant about how pregnant people would look at this point. And I'm not getting near as much sympathy as I thought I would be getting, because I thought I would be massive, but I really pretty much just look like a normal person most of the time. The reason I'm recording in this is my hallway is because this is the only place in my house that's not really messy, because we have just finished Christmas and Dan and I are about to move, and this is like the big thing going on in our life right now. Today is January the 2nd. On January the 20th, we plan on moving from England to America. And that's a massive move, and that's like really a big deal when you're 6 months pregnant, because you know, just moving boxes and packing and cleaning and all of that, it's just too much for me. I really, it's the last thing I want to do. But I'm so excited about going back to America, because I haven't seen my family in about 20 months, so not quite 2 years, but a really, really long time. And I'm just so thrilled to be going home and to get to spend time with them. Right now, I have just finished my second to last shift. My last shift at work is on Saturday. I am putting all my holiday hours in, and then I'll be going on official maternity leave in about a month. But I'm going to be on holiday for the next several weeks. And that is like the big deal that's going on right now. There's so many movable pieces when it comes to all the money that we're dealing with right now. Because for instance, for one thing that we're trying to deal with is getting what England provides for women who have low income, such as myself, is something called maternity allowance. But it takes a lot of paperwork and a lot of evidence that you're pregnant and that you are eligible for maternity allowance, which is 6 months of getting 135 pounds a week, which is close to about over $200 a week, which is, you know, a lot of money to be giving to people. So we really want to apply for that. Something else that we're focusing on now is if you've been following in my blogs, back when I was 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 weeks pregnant, I wasn't able to walk and I had to use a crutch, and that meant that at my work they sent me home for 5 weeks because I wasn't able to stand at the register. I'm a checkout girl. And since I wasn't able to stand, they sent me home. Well, legally, we have found out that they shouldn't have sent me home without pay. They should have paid me for that, because it was their responsibility to get me a chair. So we're in like a big legal battle with my job to do with those 5 weeks of pay that I didn't get. There's this thing called maternity grants, which is like a gift from the English government to anyone who has a child for the first time, but we need to apply for that. We need to make sure we're eligible for that. So there's just tons and tons of money that's just juggling in the air. We don't know if we're actually going to get any of it. I mean, it's like upwards to 2,000 pounds or more if you include the maternity allowance. That will be about 8,000. So there's a lot of money at play, and it's stressing me out. It's freaking me out, because like I said, we want to fly out on the 20th. And it's the 2nd, and another thing that we don't have is we don't have our flights booked, which I've never waited this long to book a flight going from one country to the other. I always have it months in advance. But we are just truly leaning into God, and we have to be each other's biggest cheerleaders, and we have to just be encouraging and just really, really trust that all of this is completely out of our control, completely in the control of God. And we believe that He has the best for us, and sometimes the best for us actually isn't what we think it will be. You know, it probably isn't always going to be exactly how we think it's going to be, because the Bible says that his thoughts are higher than our thoughts and his ways are higher than our ways. So just like a child has no idea what's actually good for them, neither do we. We as adults, we think we have it all figured out, but God just looks at us like his little children and is like, no, I can tell you now that that's not going to be good for you. So he's in control. But in the meantime, we're packing. We're spending a lot of time with Dan's family. One thing I'm having, as far as symptoms go as a pregnant person, I'm having a lot of trouble walking for any distance at all. I walk a mile home every day, and it's uphill a little bit, and I just told Dan today, I said, this is the last time I'm going to do this. My last shift is Saturday, and so when I come home, I'm going to have to take a taxi because I just can't walk anymore, because I don't know if it's me or what, but underneath, like, I have a lot of pain underneath my tummy, like lower abdominal pain, and like every step I take, my back hurts and my legs hurt, and I'm completely out of breath. And so I feel like, I think I've reached my limit. I'm only 6 months pregnant, but I feel like I need to slow down. And so I'm very thankful to be quitting my job. And I'm thankful to be going back to America, where I know that we have a car, and that alone is a huge difference. Being able to drive as opposed to walk, when it's raining and you have groceries, and I don't know how people do it. I really don't. English girls are tough. They're tough. Because they're pushing the strollers with they have 2 kids in a stroller, and then they got all their groceries in their hands, and they're going uphill in the rain, and I don't know how they do it, honestly. Being 8 months pregnant or something, I don't know how they do it. So that's really the only symptom. Thank God for that, because I've had so many symptoms. With the nausea, with the vomiting, I've had the cold that was brought on by the flu shot that I was told that wouldn't give me a cold, but it did give me a cold. And I've had just lots of other niggly things. The baby's doing really, really well, kicking all the time. So occasionally we can see it kick. I can feel it kick. It's always kicking. Yeah, that's it. There's nothing really else to go on other than we are in a huge point in our pregnancy where we are moving house, we're moving country, and we're having to get all of our belongings and minimize it to 2 suitcases each, which is really, really hard, especially after Christmas, and people have given us amazing Christmas gifts, baby stuff, So that's where we are, 24 weeks, 6 months pregnant. So I will catch you up next week if I get around to it. I haven't been very good at staying on top of these vlogs. But I'll do my belly shot for you before my camera dies. Like I said, the house is so dirty that I'm just going to have to stick in this room. This is my mirror. And I'm 4'11". Now, I don't know why this affects my back, but I believe it does. Yes, and that is my husband's underwear I'm wearing. Yep, boxers. Better believe it. This is my 6-month tummy. Still haven't popped yet. My husband's convinced that I'm going to have a nice popped out belly button really soon. Yeah, I'm bigger and stuff. I'll show you what I look like with my maternity pants on. But I'm not as big as I thought I would be. When I see massively pregnant women, I think, oh my gosh, they must be 6 months pregnant. But honestly, with this on, with my hoodie on, you wouldn't know. You would think I was just chubby. So yeah, anyways, that's me. I'm going to enjoy a nice cup of soup, and I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired. I've spent the whole week with the in-laws. Dan's still there. I'm doing some stuff with his family, so I have the evening to myself. So yeah, thank you. I'll speak to you next week. Bye.